a Platinum Certified Trainer with Whole Brain Teaching. I just said the Platinum Certified Trainer like I'm the only one there. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. No, but we are here today to talk about Chapter 11, the Scoreboard, and I have two friends help me do that. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name is Weston Lamb Costantino. I'm a gold certified music teacher here in Wyoming, and I'm excited to be with Joanna and my colleague Kyla.
Hi, I'm Kyla Tesmer. I am also gold certified. I teach third grade in North Carolina.
Woo! All right. Oh yeah, I forgot to teach. I'd say I teach second grade in Illinois. So, like I said, we are going to talk about Scoreboard, and Kyla is going to be on screen with me today, and we're going to put Weston back in the studio so he can be our behind-the-scenes producer, and we'll bring him back at the end to highlight any questions that he found. So, Weston, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, and let me pull up what we're doing today. Kyla, here we go. Scoreboard, which is Chapter 11 in Coach's fabulous new book. Yes, we are so excited. So, Kyla, are you ready for this?
So ready. Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. And I'm going to make sure Weston is dropping in resources for all of you, like where you can get the book and posters and the poster locks if you're doing that. Okay. So we're going to start here. Maybe. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Kyla, let me tell you a little about traditional education, the cycle of traditional education. And we've all been there. So we're teaching, we have a negative student behavior. And then our response, we have three choices as the teacher in our response. We can redirect, scold, or punish. So imagine this. We've all been here. You're teaching and you say, time for math, get out your books, please. And Maisie pipes up, I can't find my math book. And you say, it's under your desk. And Harriet says, I hate math. And you say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And Timmy says, I have to go to the bathroom. And you say, raise your hand, please. And Sam shouts out, when's recess? Oh, Kyla, I know you've been there.
In there.
You've been there. Okay. So let's review our three options in traditional education. Class.
Yes.
Thank you, class.
You're welcome, Joanna.
Mirror words.
Mirror words.
In traditional education.
In traditional education.
The teacher has three options for responding.
The teacher has three options for responding.
Redirect.
Redirect.
Scold.
Scold.
Or punish.
Or punish.
Three options to respond.
Three options to respond.
In traditional education.
In traditional education.
Redirect.
Redirect.
Scold.
Scold.
And punish.
And punish.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
All right. Teach the three responses for traditional education. Teach.
Okay. So the three responses in traditional education are scold, redirect, or punish.
Very good. All right, class.
Yes.
Thank you, class.
You're welcome, Joanna.
Okay, so we do not want to do that. Coach B says, stop scolding, start scoreboarding. Whoop, whoop. Yes. I had to include a little graphic of Coach. I just love, I don't know about you, Kyle. I just love the little graphics Coach draws.
They're the best. They really are.
I mean, they are the best. I try to sprinkle them in when I can. And my students, they always see, sidebar, sorry, I'm getting off track, but my students always see the cartoon version. And then when I introduce Coach B as an Alphawk and I show their his photograph, they're like, oh, he's real? Like,
same.
He is not a green-haired cartoon. Anyways, okay. So when we start Scoreboard, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put up this display. And here's an example of one. And you can make your own. There's graphics of turtles and hawks. And I know Weston can pop in the link there to where you can find those graphics. but make your scoreboard and you're going to ask the students, raise your hand. Oh, actually, Kyla, let's do this. Let's you and I'll be the teacher and you'll be the student, okay?
Sounds good.
Stop sharing here. There we go. Okay. So raise your hand if you love Super Improver. Oh, yeah. Raise both hands and waggle them if you want a Super Improver power up. Oh, yeah. I have some good news and some really good news. The good news is that we're going to keep playing Super Improver until some of you fly with the Alpha Hawks. I want you to say, ooh, it's going to be me.
Ooh, it's going to be me.
Yeah. The really good news is I think you just might be ready to activate Scoreboard, which is the Super Improver power-up. Say, please tell us more.
Please tell us more.
I will be more than, I would love to tell you more. When you're playing Scoreboard the right way, I'll give everyone a right way hawk point. Please say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's try that again all together. Hawk point.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And when you're playing Scoreboard the wrong way, I'll give you a wrong way turtle point. Say, when.
When.
Oh, yes. All together faster now. When.
When.
Good. Class.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, class.
You're welcome, Joanna.
Mere words.
Mere words.
3 steps
3 steps
to start Scoreboard.
to start Scoreboard.
First, set up the display.
Set up the display.
Second,
Second,
teach your students how to play.
teach your students how to play.
And last,
And last,
keep giving hawk and turtle points
keep giving hawk and turtle points
until students are responding. Let me say that again. Until your students are giving a satisfactory response.
until students are giving a satisfactory response.
Mirrors off.
Mirrors off.
Perfect. Okay. So, wait. Yeah. Okay. After you've introduced it, now we're ready, Kyla, for our first game. Okay. So when we first play this, if this is your very first time playing, you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay. So Kyla, what's the first thing we do?
First thing is set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 or 5 minutes. If you only want to do 5 minutes, do 5 minutes. But in the book, it does say 10 minutes. So we're going to go with the book, set a timer for 10 minutes. I'm doing this like it's 5. 10. Your goal, you're wanting to mark the board either turtle or hawk every 20 to 30 seconds. We don't want to go too long in between turtle and hawk points. Kyla, what's the second part of our first game?
Second part is to make sure you're giving turtle or a hawk points every 20 to 30 seconds. So it's fast.
Yes. And if you're using Magic Circle, which Kyla and I were using, it's a really easy way to give out points, because if they don't come back to you fast enough with that class guess, ooh, that's a turtle point. Or if they come back from a teach okay, the fastest they've ever come back, oh, that's a hawk point for sure. The key thing here is don't let them win the first time. Kyla, I know this is going to be so hard for us because we want our students to succeed. Oh, but that first game, when you're getting the last 30 seconds, the Hawks are going to be behind a little bit. And, they're going to stage a comeback. They're going to come back. But, the timer went off and the Turtles win by a point. So, Kyla, what's maybe the most important part of our first game here?
The most important part, which is also a little hard for us teachers, is to not let the Hawks win that first game. You maybe have them come up from behind, but maybe lose only by 1 or 2 points.
Yes, and the reason we do that is because then the kids will want to play again. They want another chance. And you're going to tell them, oh, that was so much fun. You know what, though? Just like every good basketball team, we can't just play games all the time. We have to practice. So we're going to practice really hard, and maybe we will play again before lunch. And then you'll prompt your students to say, oh, we'll practice really hard. Kyla, be my student. Tell me you're going to practice so hard.
I'm going to practice so hard. I want to play again.
Yes. All right. Huddle up here. So when you're in your classroom, when you say huddle up, your students should fold their hands and they should lean forward, whether they're at their desk or sitting on the floor, because you're going to use huddle up for when you're making a really important point. Scoreboard covers all student activities. When we did our rules training last week, we talked about how there is a wrong way and right way to do everything in life. There, you tell your students there is a wrong way and a right way to do everything in our classroom, on the playground, in the library, in the lunchroom, everywhere. So you can have the kids line up like wrong way turtles. Slow, sloppy, disorganized. Oof, no. But then make sure you follow that right up with lining up like right way hawks. And you can do this in other things. Have them show you wrong way turtle sentences, or how to slouch in their desks like sleepy turtles. But then, of course, do right way hawk, where they're sitting up straight and proud in their desks. So they're writing their sentences with their very best handwriting. So Kyla, what is the big point of Scoreboard?
So the big point with Scoreboard is that we are going to still do the turtle hawk practice with all of our things. How do we line up like a turtle? Slow and sloppy, pushing, shoving, but then follow it right away with hawk. My biggest point that Coach has said in his book is don't wait until it's time to line up to practice. Absolutely not. You don't have time for that. You can do it with all sorts of things. How you sit in your chair, how you write sentences, anything you can do. Turtle and hawk.
Perfect. Okay, so now I get back to my place. I'm trying to remember my banners. I'm really trying to remember those banners. Coach, if you're watching, I'm trying really hard. Okay, so now we're going to talk about grade level Scoreboard. If you are a younger grade, pre-K, I always forget about the pre-Ks. Pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, even maybe second grade at the beginning of the year, you're going to play for shorter periods of time. And that is simply because little kids, their attention spans are like this long. Upper grades, you can play for longer periods, especially if you're departmentalized and you see 5 sections of 7th grade math. And you're there, 40 minutes or whatever. You could probably play around a Scoreboard that entire time as you become more comfortable and as the students kind of understand what's going on. You may not start with 40 minutes the very first day. I wouldn't recommend that. But yes, as you become more comfortable, you can definitely extend that time. So there are teachers who keep it short, pretty much the entire year, but then there are teachers who they'll play for their entire math lesson, which could be 45 minutes. So you make it work for you. So Kyla, what can you please explain grade level Scoreboard? Oh, I'll pop that back up for you. Sorry.
Absolutely. So with grade level Scoreboard, with our younger kids, our pre-K to maybe even second grade, you play for shorter periods of time because their attention span is shorter. Keep them wanting more by practicing in the middle. With upper grades, you can do it for your longer periods of time, your whole lesson. By the end of the year, I was doing Scoreboard for my 30 minutes of whole group lessons. I would play Scoreboard for that full 30 minutes. I did not do that at the beginning of the year, though. We made it very short. So it's just, and it's also Shyla's famous words, you do you, boo.
Yep. And I like that you brought up bringing up the practice. When you're practicing, you can still call out hawk, turtle. I'll do that to my students. We won't be playing Scoreboard, but I'll say, ooh, that was turtle slow. And they know when they hear that, they're supposed to go, wet. They are still practicing that response. So don't feel like you can't, like you should be expecting that response from them, whether you're playing a real game or not. All right. Are you ready, Kyla, for some Scoreboard secrets?
Oh, sweet mama.
Oh, yeah. We're ready for score. See, look at, how adorable is that? He's ready. Coach B he's intrigued by these Scoreboard secrets, and he's the one who wrote them. All right. Our first secret, Kyla, keep it close. Keep it close. We always want to keep the score within 3 points. Close games are exciting. They produce dopamine in our brains, in our students' brains. Kyla, what is our first secret?
First secret is keep the score close because we want to engage that brain and keep that dopamine high.
Yes, very good. Our second secret, You control the score. Oh, how good does that feel? If your class is being slow, but you're in control of the score, but you're like, oh, I need that hawk point. You know what? Reward a hawk point to a student who has great energy. Jack, your energy is great right now. You get a hawk point for everyone. Everyone says, oh yeah. And then they immediately say, thank you, Jack. And Jack says, you're welcome, class. So Kyla, we control the score. What can we do if we really want to give a hawk point, but the class is like turtle slow?
Listen, when that class is turtle slow, but we got to keep this score tight, we can find that one student that's really showing some good energy and say, Jack, you just earned us a hawk point. Everybody says, oh yeah. They immediately say, thank you, Jack. And Jack responds with, you're welcome, class.
Absolutely. And conversely, you can also give a turtle point. If you're seeing the hawks are starting to get too far ahead, I mean, you can tell the class, wow, that was really good. But I think you can do better. And oh, Kyla, this just reminded me, I love to do that. Have you done the fake out with the kids? Have you done that?
No.
Oh, are you ready for this? Okay, I'm going to unclear. Here's what you do. So if you're like looking at that scoreboard and hawks are 3 ahead and your class is doing really good, so you need to give a turtle point, right? So I take my marker and I kind of go over and I say, wow, like you're doing really good. And I hover my marker over the hawk side and then I'll go, but you could do better. Turtle. I give them a turtle point.
Psych out.
Oh yeah, they're always like, it's great. It keeps them on their toes, and you could do it the opposite way too. Like, oh man, we're really struggling right now. Hover over that turtle. Oh, but Jack, your energy is incredible. Hawk point, and then that's a happy surprise for them. So that's the fake out. I don't remember who I learned that. Probably from Coach. I'm sure that was Coach. All right. Our third secret is we can set behavior targets. So if let's see. I want to go back to my. Oh no, wait. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go back to this screen. There we go. Okay. So at the bottom of our scoreboard, again, this is great for when you're just starting out. Put a behavior target down at the bottom so the students know what you're looking for right way hawk and wrong way turtle. So rule 1 is always a great one to start with. And you notice, Kyla, there's a plus sign there. That means that's really for you because you don't want to limit yourself to just rule 1. I mean, oh my gosh, if Wild Jack is raising his hand for the first time all year, that is a hawk point. Right? That's following rule 2. So we're going to give a hawk point. That's what the plus sign means. You're looking for a rule 1, but you could also give points for anything because, we control the score. So Kyla, what is our third secret here?
So our third secret is to create a target. So a lot of times at the beginning of the year, we start with that rule 1, but add that plus sign because that is your power plus sign because you can look for any improvements because you run the game. So you got to be able to watch for any improvements that you see from your class.
Absolutely. All right. And our fourth secret, and for those of you in a PBIS school, this is going to be huge, only positive spotlights. So we mentioned, you can give that hawk point to Wild Jack, who's raising his hand for the first time or has lots of energy. What we don't want to do, we never want to point out someone who is causing our class to get a turtle point, right? The last thing we want to do is light Wild Jack's fuse because, if we point out, Jack, you're not doing the right thing, that actually gives Jack a little bit of power. We don't want to do that. So what I like to do is I keep it really vague. Some friends are not following directions quickly. I won't even look at them. I'll some friends and just gesture vaguely. Some friends are not following directions quickly. That's a turtle point. And then that puts the class behind you and the kids are going to encourage you. Come on, guys, we got to follow directions quickly. Let's go get it together. So Kyla, what is our fourth secret?
fourth secret is to only do positive spotlights. Don't ever call out a student for negative behavior. It's very general, like, oh, I have some friends that are not following rule number 1 or whatever it might be. So never, ever spotlight those negatives.
Right. And I know there's probably someone out there who saw the dice at the bottom of the scoreboard, Kyla. What do you think? And they're wondering, what are those dice all about? If you are playing super improvers, if you're doing super improvers in your classroom, you can use those dice, this is just for dice, to tie scoreboard to super improvers, where at the end of the game, if the Hawks win, then you can pick a couple students who were the most improving players, or even better, Kyla, have the students talk to each other and nominate people who were the most improving players while you walk around and listen. And then those students will win a super improver star, and then they get a dice roll for a bonus star, and that they can give away to someone else. So Kyla, how can we use those dice at the bottom of the scoreboard?
So the dice is when the Hawks win the scoreboard. So you can, or include your class of nominating students that have improved. They get a super improver star, but then they also get that dice roll for a bonus star that they can gift away to another classmate that they think is improving.
Absolutely. Or if you're not doing super improvers, you can do that bonus dice roll and say, hey, if it lands 1, 2, or 3, we start the next scoreboard game with a Hawk point. Or if you're doing Starries along with Scoreboard, which has the Starries training happened yet? I think it's later this week. Sorry. You can do a dice roll for an extra Starry. Okay, so there's kids love dice. You don't need to bring them in right away if you're not ready for them. Add that to your scoreboard later in the year when you need to amp up the funtricity. So, okay, I think we are ready for questions. I'm going to bring Weston back in. Hello, Weston. Did you see any questions that we need to see? Oh, I see a good question right away. How many students would you give an extra star to? Great question, Jennifer. I usually do about 2 is my average. This is Wilsey speaking again. I'm sorry. I don't remember in the book. I don't remember where it says it in the book. I'm so sorry, Coach. I don't have your entire book memorized. Sometimes if I have like quite a few, it may be 3, but usually it's 1 to 3 kids. So great question, Jennifer. Oh, Dawn says Starries was yesterday. Check out the replay. Thank you, Dawn. I'm sorry. Facebook user, if Hawks win, does everyone get a star, or is it just the most improved student? It has typically been just the most improving students. But you know what? If it's a really great game, I don't know, maybe on Friday in April, Kyla, Weston, what do you think? We might whisper to the kids, don't tell the principal, but we maybe everyone can get a super improver star if we win scoreboard today. Don't promise them that star. You never promise stars, ever, because we're in control, right, guys? We're in control. Yes. All right. Yep. Perfect. Was there, sorry, I'm going through. No, Mary, I won't be sharing the slides, but Weston has been hard at work here behind the scenes. He's been dropping in all the notes that Coach wants us to share with you from the book. So you can go through the comments and find Weston's, and you can copy and paste the notes into a Google document of your own, because what I have in the slides is honestly, the notes are even more detailed than what I have in the slide. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, nice. That's a good, Renee says she doesn't start Scoreboard until her students are losing interest in super improvers. So maybe not even till spring. Love that idea. Yeah. Do 4th graders buy into this pretty easily? Weston, you teach 4th grade?
I teach up to 3rd grade.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I think so. I
think this comes down to exactly what Coach says. It's all on you.
Yeah. Tammy Kirk
So
is an amazing.
If you're excited and you want the kids to buy in.
Wesley, are you glitching?
I'm glitching. Take over.
Yeah. Tim, I was just gonna say Tammy Kirk, who's an awesome high school chemistry teacher. She's gold certified. I'm pretty sure she plays scoreboard with her students, and yeah, they're into it. Oh, what does Andre say? Scoreboard levels up engagement even in secondary. Yes, thank you.
Joanna, one thing that I did this year, towards the end of the year when I needed things to keep going faster, I did make a portable scoreboard, and I had a trusted student, and well, secret, it was my beloved Rascal that was in charge of the scoreboard. So I didn't have to keep walking over and give a point. I would just say Hawk, and then they were in charge. They had a little whiteboard, a marker, and they absolutely ate it up. They loved being in charge of putting those tallies. So that's another way to kind of change things up a little bit I did that towards the end of the year.
I love that. Oh, Kyla, 10-finger woo. Woo.
Thank you.
I am definitely going to have to use that because I keep my scoreboard at the front of the room, and so I have to like walk over and give the point, or I'll do like an air point and I'll tell the kids, remind me to put that up there for you later. They do remember, but I wanted to highlight Carla's question. Do you start scoreboard right away on the first day? This past year, yes, I did. But that was because I didn't do stories. The great thing about these games is you can start them when you need to. I know Coach has suggested not starting scoreboard right away. Start Super Improvers right away, and then go to scoreboard when, like Renee said, when you need it, when you need to amp it up a little bit. So I've said it before. I think of whole brain teaching as a buffet. You're going to take what you want when you want it, when you need it, right? And you can do that with all of these games. And they can scoreboard, stories, and Super Improver can all connect together, which is the awesome thing about them. I'm just scrolling down through the comments. If you guys see anything that I'm just sorry. I'm looking. Love the dice. Yes. Looking forward to. Yes, we are looking forward to hearing how it works for you. Can't wait to hear. Facebook user new to this and loving. Is there a link to preview to be? Yes. If you go, better to do this on a computer. I feel like people on phones have been having problems. But if you go to the top of the Super Improvers page, that little menu across the top that has like photos, video, whatever, click on guides, and that will list all the videos that we've done in the past. It's only been like 2 weeks. But we've done a lot in the past 2 weeks. There's a lot. Yes. Oh, Lakedra says 4th graders sure do buy into it. And she hypes it up. Yes. Okay, Shelly, last year when I first was using whole brain teaching, the rules were unlocked. Then I unlocked Scoreboard and used Scoreboard and started to unlock. Of course, absolutely. What do we say? Like, there's no whole brain teaching police. Coach is not sitting outside your door. I know he'd like to be. He's not sitting outside your door checking to see what you're doing. Absolutely. I've done it that way too, and it works really well. Another good tip, starting Scoreboard in January for kindergarten. Can you? Yes. Let me, hold on. Let me go back. Oh, dang it. Okay, there we go. Clicking on too many buttons. Okay, so the dice at the bottom, typically 1, 2, and 3 are winning dice rolls. 4 and 5 is we've got grit, we don't quit, and 6 is always a re-roll. Oh, I see on here it's labeled bonus point or 0 points. So you can also use it that way. You could use the dice mid-game. Oh, Kyla, we could use the dice mid-game.
What?
Like, a beloved rascal could earn a dice roll mid-game And then, oh my gosh, how cool would that be for that beloved rascal to win a dice roll for the class to earn a bonus hawk point? What? That is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then the 3 different colors there. So if, again, maybe not do this right away, maybe later in the year when you need it, you can use the green die for like first thing in the morning, which is still just worth 1 point or 1 super improver star or 1 starry if you're doing starries too. Then maybe right after lunch, you pull out the blue die, which is worth 2. And then the last hour of the day, when you know student engaged, that's right, that's what they're doing. They're like, oh, the kids are done, right? When you need that engagement the highest, you can use the red die, which is worth 3 super improver stars or bonus points. Yeah, absolutely. So if you don't have green, blue, and red dice yet, need to get some. I know people have been sharing links to Amazon. I have found them at the Dollar Tree if you have a Dollar Tree near you. Kyla, are you able to show your portable scoreboard?
I don't think I have it right here, but can I drop it in the links maybe?
Yeah. I feel like you shared a picture of it earlier in the Facebook group.
Yes, it was in Super Improvers.
Okay. So Carla, maybe if you just search Kyla's name in
Scoreboard, maybe
Super Improvers, then I think a picture will pop up and it will show. Oh, great suggestion, Mary. She has a mini scoreboard on the back of her name tag for hallway behavior. Yeah, put it on a lanyard. Love that. Lakidra says hers was a small dry erase board. Yes. Thanks. We appreciate that. I think it's nervous energy. It's so much fun. The only downside is we can't see all of you. That is the only downside to this. I wish I could see all of you, but your comments are giving us life. Oh, good. Carla says 5th graders love scoreboard too. All right. Yeah. The dice they can be. Yep, they can. The dice rolls can be for super improver stars, but they can also just be for points on your scoreboard for the next game, or if you're doing a mid-game dice roll. Yeah. So, and again, you don't have to use them right away. I don't bring out the dice for scoreboard right away. That's just me, though. I'm trying to, yeah. So, okay, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, then we are just over 30 minutes. So I think that's a good place to stop. I know, of course, I'm going to the pool again today. So, got to get ready for that. So thank you so much for joining us. Oh, well, one more question. Is it okay if kids mark on scoreboard? It should only the teacher. I think, Kyla, so when you had your beloved rascal doing it, you were still calling out hawk, turtle.
I was.
Yes. So I would definitely make sure that you are the one calling out hawk and turtle, and the student can mark it, but the student should not be the one who's deciding. So yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned to this group all week. There are lots more trainings coming, and hope y'all have a great day. Bye.